Okay, let's talk about that feeling. You know the one, that feeling like your brain is just mush after you've been scrolling for a while? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. We're going to break down what's really happening when you can't stop scrolling, and more importantly, how you can get your focus back. So, we've all been there, right? You look up from your phone and realize hours have just vanished. Your brain feels foggy, maybe a little slow, kind of like it's been put through a blender. Well, that's not just in your head, it's a real sign that your brain is overloaded and struggling to keep up. And this feeling? It actually has a name that's catching on: brain rot. Now, look, it's not an official medical diagnosis or anything, but it just perfectly captures that mental fog you feel after binge watching short videos. It's like your focus has been shattered into a million tiny pieces. So, what's actually going on inside your head when you're deep in that scrolling zone? The thing is, it's not really about you being lazy or having no willpower. It's all about your brain's biology and how these apps are designed to hook you. Okay, think of your brain like a muscle. Whatever you practice, you get better at, right? This is a real thing called neuroplasticity. So when you spend hours and hours scrolling through super fast videos, you're basically training your brain to want quick, short bursts of entertainment. This makes it way harder to do things that need longer focus, like reading a book or even just having a good, long conversation. Here's another way to think about it. Watching a movie is kind of passive, right? You just sit back and let the story wash over you. But using your phone, that's an active workout. You're constantly swiping, liking, commenting, deciding. You're not just a passenger, you're actively training your brain with every single tap. This whole system is based on an old science experiment called a Skinner box. Basically, a rat learns to press a lever to get a treat. Well, our phones are like that box. You swipe, and maybe you get a reward, a hilarious video, or maybe it's boring. It's that maybe, that unpredictability, that makes it so addictive. It's literally a slot machine in your pocket. When you're scrolling, a really old, primal part of your brain called the amygdala takes over. This is your survival brain. It's on high alert, looking for the next reward. And while it's in charge, the more advanced part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, your thinking brain, or the CEO, kind of goes quiet. That's the part that handles focus and self-control. And that's why it feels almost impossible to just put the phone down. So let's get into this because it's really, really important. If you feel like you're losing the battle with your phone, I want you to hear this. It is not your fault. You're going up against technology that was specifically engineered to be addictive. I mean, think about it. When you see almost everybody struggling with the exact same thing, you have to stop and ask, is the problem with every single person, or is the problem with the environment that we're all in? It's not a personal failure, it's a systemic one. And don't just take my word for it. This right here, this is the direct quote from an internal chat between researchers at Meta, the company that owns Instagram. They know it's a drug. They call themselves pushers. They say it's undeniable. This is what they say behind closed doors. And what about this number? 31. That is the number of internal studies that Meta itself conducted that found their own products were causing harm, studies that they then tried to bury and not release to the public. That says a lot, doesn't it? Okay. But here is the good news, and it's really good news. You are not powerless in this fight. You can absolutely take back control, reclaim your focus, and start retraining your brain. It's not going to be a flip of a switch, but it is 100% possible. But first, just how bad is the immediate damage from a quick scroll session? Well, some scientists in Munich recently put it to the test, and the results are pretty shocking. So look at this. They had people take a memory test. Then, for just 10 minutes, they had them scroll on TikTok. When they took the test again, their accuracy dropped by nearly 40%. 10 minutes. The app literally made it harder for their brains to remember things right after using it. Now, that might sound scary, but the most crucial point here is that this isn't a life sentence. It's not permanent. Remember, your brain is a muscle. You can start a new workout plan right now to reverse these effects. So here's a super simple technique you can try, like today. It's called the 3-second brain reset. The next time you feel that pull to check your phone, just stop. Pause for 3 seconds. Take one deep breath. And ask yourself, why am I doing this? What am I trying to avoid? Just that tiny pause can give your thinking brain a chance to catch up and take back control. And if you want some more ideas, here's a few other powerful brain-building tips. You could try deleting just one app you use too much, even if it's just for a week. Or change your screen to grayscale. It makes it way less exciting to look at. A simple one is just keeping your phone physically out of arm's reach. Or here's a big one, set a rule for yourself. No vertical videos. Only watch stuff that's longer than 10 minutes. So why does any of this even matter? Why should we bother? Because your attention is one of the most valuable things you own. It's your power. And when you get back so much more than just time. See, your attention is the currency you spend to do anything meaningful. It's how you learn things, how you build real friendships, how you get good at a hobby, how you achieve your dreams. Every minute you give away to mindless scrolling is a minute you're not investing in yourself and your own life. And this quote from Dr. Angela Duckworth just hits so hard. Where you put your phone at night may become the most important decision you make in your life. It sounds dramatic, but it shows how these tiny little habits, like just charging your phone in another room, can have a massive, life-changing impact on your sleep, your focus, and your future. So that leaves us with a question, a big one. Imagine you got all that focus back, even just an hour or two a day. What would you do with it? What could you create or learn or experience? The possibilities are pretty much endless. And it all starts with one simple choice, putting down the phone and looking up at the world.